Weather. Good morning, Candice McCartney. Quickly bring my viewers up to speed before they leave.
Good morning. Well, we're expecting a dry day today, so no umbrella needed, and that's for most of South Africa. Now, it's a little bit too early to see the cloud on our normal satellite, so this is a false composite image which highlights some of the features, and it shows that low cloud over the far eastern parts of South Africa. It's quite foggy at the start of the day there, and within that, we might even see a bit of light rain or drizzle, especially over the northeastern part of Limpopo. In fact, on our rainfall probability map, you'll see a dry day across the country, other than that chance of light rain or drizzle, mainly over the far northeastern part of Limpopo. But on our cloud and rain forecast, you'll see how that will start to clear out around mid-morning, and we're expecting a predominantly sunny and dry day there. Cooler temperatures are forecast due to that cloud and cool air pushing in over the far northeastern parts on Thursday. We're expecting a sunny day for the rest of South Africa, with warmer temperatures, especially into parts of the Western and Eastern Cape, where we've seen some cool weather lately. Now in Durban, we're forecasting fine and dry weather on Thursday with a maximum temperature of 23 degrees. The day started off at 13 here, and we're forecasting a northeasterly wind of between 20 and 25 kilometers per hour. The next couple of days in the coastal cities, we'll see warm temperatures into Durban at 27 on Friday, but then a change in the weather on Saturday with a high of 21 with a possibility of rainfall. In fact, that cloudy and wet weather also affects Port Elizabeth and George, both with much cooler temperatures on Saturday, both at 15 degrees, but things remain cool to mild for the Western Cape with the possibility of some cloud overhead. In the northeast, we're expecting warm temperatures in Gauteng and northwest. Highs head into the mid-20s for Gauteng, 30 degrees for Vryburg, 27 for Mahikeng, but with a mild day for Bombela at 23 and Polokwane at 22 degrees. Sunny throughout the central and southeastern parts, 25 for Bloemfontein and Pietermaritzburg, as well as Bishu and Komani, 26 for Makhanda and Umtata with sunny conditions. 24 degrees for Richards Bay. You'll see a moderate northeasterly wind all the way through to Port Elizabeth, with a light easterly breeze for East London at 23 and a light southwester. For Port Elizabeth, along the east coast, we're expecting a 1.5 metre south-southwesterly swell. Sunny and warm weather moves in over Beaufort West, Graafrenet, Somerset East and Oudtshoorn, all at 27 degrees, with a high of 30 as we head towards Vredendal. Cool to mild as we head towards the coastline, with a light southerly onshore wind between Mossel Bay and Jeffreys Bay. Southwesterly winds are expected for Hermanus and Cape Agulhas, with a 2.5 metre southwesterly swell along the southern coastline. Fine and dry throughout the northern Cape, hot for Uppington at 32 degrees, 29 for Prieska and Springbok, and Sutherland expecting a high of 23 degrees. Along the west coast, we're forecasting sunny conditions on Thursday, with a light to moderate southerly wind for Cape Town and Langebaan at 21 and 24 degrees, with a southeasterly wind for Lambert's Bay and Alexander Bay, and a 2.5 metre southwesterly swell along the western coastline. Dry weather continues across South Africa on Friday, but we're expecting cooling again into the Western Cape. You'll see hot conditions over parts of KwaZulu-Natal and the Lowveld, with sunny and warm weather taking us into the weekend across South Africa's interior. But then, of course, that huge change in the weather with cloudy weather, rain and much cooler temperatures along the coast between George and Richards Bay. That's all from the Weather Centre. I'll be back again with more details again later on.
All right. Thank you very much, Candice McCartney.